shall continue. NNO. We said about second harmonic generation, third harmonic generation. The phase matching condition is the one which makes efficient harmonic generation. That also we said. For that, you must choose the right type of crystal for the right type of laser. That is, first you buy the laser and then choose a crystal to get second harmonic or third harmonic. That's usually done. Fourth harmonics becomes very big. People don't usually do it. There is one more reason for that. Look at fourth harmonic. Fourth harmonic for NDR, let us say fourth harmonic for NDR, this will be 1064 over 4, this will be 266 N. At this particular wavelength, this is far ultraviolet, so the material will absorb. What I mean is, if I have 2 omega and 2 omega put in a crystal, again a KDP crystal, then you will have 4 omega. But at this frequency, this particular material has a strong absorption, so it will not come out. That means, remember, the crystals put a limitation for higher harmonics. That's first thing. Secondly, let us consider third harmonic. Third harmonic okay, for the second harmonic, the crystal should not have center of symmetry. Center of symmetry. What do we mean by center of symmetry means? Look at it. This is positive, this is negative, this is negative. If we have negative charge cloud here and here equally, then you have center of symmetry on both sides equal. In fact, all our human beings are center of symmetry. You know this one. Suppose I cut like this one, this length will be approximately equal to this length. This is called a center of symmetry. This can be shown using susceptibility tensor. Susceptibility tensor. I am not an expert in this kind of susceptibility tensor or this kind of mathematical manipulation operation. So what I think, at the end of this course on nonlinear optics, I would ask one of these, the Greek professor, what is his name? Alexander? What is it?
Andreas.
Andreas. I always forget his name. I would request him. He is an expert nonlinear. I mean, he is an expert in this kind of mathematical modeling. He would give a few lectures, special lectures, on the theoretical basis of nonlinear optics. In fact, maybe you should know, there is a book by Bloomberg and and shallow. I tell you why. The first Nobel Prize on lasers went to Townsend, two more Russian scientists. First Nobel Prize for lasers. Even though this man Shallow has done major contribution. Next, this Bloombergen is a scientist from Harvard. He did all the theoretical modeling, mostly for nonlinear optics. And the interesting thing is, I took the book and I did not understand more than 3 pages. It is beyond my understanding, so I left it. Okay, because you need certain practice, certain experience in this one, which I don't have. I am full-fledged experimentalist. So it is better that you take a lecture from him. He can show from this one. Okay. This kind of imposition is not there for third harmonic. For third harmonic, any crystal is okay. Crystal is okay. Which gives phase matching condition. Which gives phase matching condition. Then you see the next step. But third harmonic is a higher frequency. Absorption is a problem. Absorption at UV is a problem.
That's why we can't use Excimer for second half?
No,
because
there is another reason. There is another reason. We must find out.
I try else.
Must find out. So absorption at UV is a problem. How we can overcome? You can use vapors, xenon and metal vapors. Xenon and metal vapors can be put together to get, I put third harmonic generation. How it is done? You take a metal pipe, put xenon gas, put, say for example, rubidium metal vapor. So you will see, you will have gases. Then the refractive index of this and this will have certain value and this will have anomalous dispersion. This rubidium which has anomalous dispersion. Anomalous dispersion. What is this anomalous dispersion? I can explain here, look at it. We have said this is the refractive index, this is the wavelength, for example. First, what I have shown is this the frequency. I told you start from here, goes like this one. Which means for a wavelength, it will be something like this. As the wavelength increases, refractive index decreases. This is called normal. for rubidium, what happens is it's a crazy kind of metal vapor. So it goes and just suddenly goes like this. It goes even negative, you see. Look, I can put like this one. This is refractive index. This is for xenon. Xenon, this is wavelength. Then look at it. For rubidium, it goes like this. Why it goes like this is another story, which I don't want to go into detail. This is called anomalous. Anomalous. Dispersion. This is something like crazy. You cannot put them in any category. It's a kind of crazy material. This kind of material, the combination of this gas and this anomalous dispersion put together satisfy the phase matching condition. So you can put third harmonic generation for most of the lasers. The phase matching condition gets easily satisfied practically for any wavelength. Let me repeat. The phase matching condition can be easily satisfied using this kind of gases and the metal vapor. Since the temperature, pressure can be easily fine-tuned, you can use many lasers, practically any laser for this one. This can be easily designed by you, by anybody. In fact, in the other room once we did Raman laser using hydrogen gas and ethylene gas also. One of the MS students did work with me. Lambda and the other one. Now look at this one. Since this can be easily adjusted, this is a very convenient method of producing third harmonic generation deep into ultraviolet. Deep into ultraviolet. In this way, people have gone up to 100 nanometers. 100 nanometers. Okay, so I have just indicated how you can generate second harmonic and third harmonic. Now all these things, this third harmonic up to 100 nanometer and all that, these are all still in the laboratory. You cannot ask a company to make this kind of laser and supply us. If you say willing to give money, they said, I don't know. You ask some professor or scientist to generate for you. What is commonly available when you become professor somewhere, you can order and you can get only this much neodymium laser. You start with 532, 355 to 66. Ruby laser, even this is out, this gone. You can have high sapphire laser. You can get 800, 400, let me say 900, 450, 300, that's all. And then, not ruby lasers. Ruby laser is still very beautiful, but it is there in the museum. This is 694, 342. Okay.
Why, doctor, the company don't interest?
What is it? What is it?
Why the companies don't do this third harmonic generation?
There are not many applications. See, 100 nanometer, as I told you, below 300 nanometer is a serious risk. Okay. People don't feel like doing experiment with them. First thing. Secondly, there are not many applications for lasers below 300 nanometer. Third, the power that from coming is very low. Above all, the main is there is no big demand. I have my product. If nobody wants to buy, how can I do business? That's the main reason. On the other hand, excimer laser, look at it, at 197 nanometer, is very popular. Because this can be used for treatment. Since there are many people who are ready, people go and do this one. You understand? They do a lot of research in this one to make it cheaper, very efficient. All this you do because there is a demand. Later, if you can, I can take you to one hospital. You have a car, or you have a car?
Yes.
You have a car?
Yes.
Now go. You must do this one. Go to Adama Hospital, okay? This is it in, you know, Pakistan International big main office? Okay. You know King Fahad Medical City?
I listen about it, but I am not sure.
No, I can tell you where. Okay, or just go to the net. You'll find out this one, Adama Hospital. Talk to them because they do this kind of laser. Hello. Amjad, do you have a power meter for these students? I want to show.
Now?
Yeah, second hour, one, third hour, one. How
There
big is
was
the
Dr.
laser?
Naziruddin. I will bring it from him.
What
It's
kind
ours,
of-
but
With Gentech or any power meter? Because they study about second and third hormone generation.
yeah.
So I want to show them, measure the power, so they should be familiar.
Yes, the solar laser which have the sapphire, it works to have second harmonic, but the Quantel it's
Second
not, it's
harmonic.
have second harmonic. Yes, Quantel have the crystal is damaged.
Second one.
Yes, for Quantel it's not working.
Ah.
The other one,
Wow,
Solar?
how could it damage?
it's, I can show you. It's like this. No one.
Difficult to damage it. Difficult to damage it. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying.
it's done.
Broken.
Yes, broken inside. You can see it from inside.
This is horrible. There is somebody, some crazy people.
That's
But,
this.
you know, for 10 or 12 years,
Yes.
they've been working, living with them.
Yeah. They're very strange actually, but it's happened. We need to bring another one, but the other one works good, no problem. For
Sapphire.
aye, that one also have a problem.
Sapphire.
Yes, but it will work. But you see, when we start, energy will be good and then reduce rapidly. Because there is some problem in the heating element for the main plate for the laser, and we contact with the company to replace this element. It's not working. It has to be stabilized temperature about 25 degrees,
Yeah.
but it's not working. But it will work.
Yeah, it
you
will
have
work
the,
to show
the
them.
second. Yes, it will
Just
work.
to show them, you know, they
Yeah.
should have hands-on
Yeah,
experience.
it will work.
Yeah, okay. But this fundamental is working with YAG laser, right?
Yes,
Quantum.
yes, quantum fundamental works. Yes,
What happened to those girls' college quantum?
it works.
Okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
But power is lower for second harmonic, something like this. Maybe it is something over than 100 millijoule for the fundamental.
Uh-huh.
But in second harmonic, I don't know, maybe less than 20, something like this. But it works. It works.
Okay.
Last time it works. I don't know what's happened now.
This is a story I also asked.
Actually, also we need you when you go there to bring our power meter there. We need
Okay.
it. Because
Okay.
Dr. Salhi said so, bring the power.
Okay.
Okay?
Power meter is theirs or ours?
No, it's ours.
Okay.
It's
I'll
not,
bring that.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll bring that. unfortunately, in the girls' college here, the system is not yet proper. They should have a technician exclusively for the laser lab. The girls' college, they have a very big laser, young laser. Nobody, there is no technician, no scientist, nobody. So I go there once in a way. There are so many restrictions to go there. If I don't go there, somebody goes and then it's gone, it's spoiled. This laser I was using for how many? 12 years, regularly. Then I said, I'm not coming there, I'm doing everything there. And I don't know what happened. It's very bad. Because it's difficult to spoil, you understand? It is not easy to, it's very difficult to spoil a second harmonic. Unless you drop it, it will still keep on working. It's okay, forget it. Now, come back to this one. So you can contact the Saddam Hospital. You can contact the Saddam Hospital. They do laser treatment on the skin regularly, every day. You don't have to fix appointment. So tell them that you are a student and you will come with the professor. So I will take you there and show how medical applications of laser is so common there, particularly for skin treatment.
They use the second harmonic and something like
All
this.
these they use for hair removal.
Hair.
Unfortunately, nobody grows hair on the head. Then I would have got. I tried also. Look, I tried because I want hair. I look young, but there is no laser which will produce hair. Stupid laser.
That is a one to remove. not
It is
grow.
ready to remove, which I don't want. You know, laser hair removal is a very big business.
Yeah,
It should be there in every country.
everywhere.
Huh? Everywhere. Okay. Let us not get distracted. Now, we have seen second harmonic, third harmonic. Let us go to the next system. We shall see sum and difference frequency. It is something like this. Look at it. You have a KDP crystal. I put 1064. I get 532. And this 532 is, I can imagine, this is omega 1, omega 2. Both put together gives me omega 2, which is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2. Omega 1 and omega 1, right? That means I have taken two photons of 1064, add them together, then I got one photon of twice the frequency. Similarly, I can say omega 3 is equal to 3 omega 1, which means omega 1, omega 1, omega 1. Three photons added together become third harmonic. Next question is this. Should we get confined, restricted to this one, or is there any other trick you can do? This is what you can do. Look at it. I take another crystal. This is the optic axis. Optic axis. Look at it. This is the optic axis. I keep it like that's all, the optic axis. Then I cut like this. Then I see the fun I do. I do omega 1. I put another frequency omega 2. Adjust this angle. Look at this one. I adjust this angle. Look at it. This is O. This is E. Then I can play around such that omega 3 becomes omega 1 plus omega 2. And note, omega 1 is not equal to omega 2. That means I have just like that added two frequencies to get the sum of the two frequencies, third frequency, which is equal to sum of these two. This automatically implies, look at this one, K3 should be equal to K1 plus K2. This is the phase matching condition. This is the phase matching condition. Now, to do the phase matching condition, automatically, this implies, look at this, refractive index of this one should be equal to N2. Then you do the next step. Since the phase matching condition is very critical, this is what I want to show, which I see there the advantage, which I had told you. You have fundamental, put it on a second harmonic crystal, then look at it. You can measure the power. Then I can adjust the angle of incidence for the second harmonic, then you will see it is very touchy. Only for a proper angle you will have a very good power. If I make a little more, it will immediately go down. So to show phase matching condition is very, very critical. I thought I could play around there, but now you cannot do. Anyway, I cannot do this one. We have all the facility there. But you know, that's all set up for research, that last research chair lab. That's all exclusive. 2 or 3 students are living on that one.
I think there is one in Doyan lab with PPO crystal.
Yeah, ask him. Talk to who is that one?
Amjad knows.
No, Amjad no. There is one. What is
Nadir Addin.
Talk to him. That on that day, I will take you there. Let him show. I don't want to touch his instrument. He will get angry. You understand? Let him show that. He has the facility. He has the same facility, summon frequency generation. So I shall explain. Even next lecture, catch him.
Yes, anytime. I think I can tell it.
No, I shall explain this one. Next lecture, no lecture. We will go to the lab.
Oh, that's good.
See that.
Yes.
Okay? He has all the facilities for harmonic generation and parametric oscillator. That's what we are going to do now.
And Amjad is working there. I always see him he does everything there.
Okay?
Maybe
No, best thing. Talk to
Nadir Addin. Okay.
Nasiruddin.
I know.
Why I am talking, see, Amjad is for everybody. Nasiruddin is one responsible for that instrument.
Yes.
So he must say, okay, I will show these students someday. Okay? You take any appointment anytime, not necessarily next week, tomorrow, day after. Any time when he is free, tell me, I will come. Let him show, I can explain it.
You mean it is not the next time? Maybe Wednesday, maybe Sunday?
Any day. When there is an opportunity, you go anywhere. You don't ask for it.
Okay.
Okay, now look at it. Since this condition should be satisfied, now look at this one. This N3, you put this one, N2, all of them are function of theta and temperature. Look at it. Why? For any material, the refractive index is a function of temperature. Only for nonlinear crystal, it is a function of theta. Let me repeat. If you take a glass piece, water, kerosene, everything has a refractive index. Increase the temperature, decrease temperature, refractive index immediately changes for any material. For nonlinear crystal, since it depends on theta, this is what we have studied so many times. So now what I have to do is, I choose two frequencies. I choose a crystal, look at this one, then I must be able to change the angle this way, such that this condition is satisfied, which is difficult. Is next step. I don't want to change the angle. I can easily heat it, right? Now all that is just put this in a phase matching liquid. In a liquid which will not distort this beam at the same time, and then I can heat it outside. Look at it. Then I can gently adjust the temperature such that this condition is satisfied, and then easily I can get the sum of the two frequencies.
What's the best way to adjust the heat or adjust the tunability?
In principle, both is done. We always do in principle. We try temperature and we try little tuning. That's called tweaking. You know tweaking? Tweaking means, what should I do? Tweaking means, let me explain what is tweaking. You have heard this guitar, time.
Yes.
You see, today there is an orchestra means, nobody will go and play okay, he will go and there, tighten this, time, he will listen to time, he will make minor adjustment.
Yes.
Only then he will start playing. Same way, the drum,
Yes.
the
Yes.
drum, he will put the tight here, time, then tan. He will test so many things and then he starts. This is called tweaking. Same way, you must adjust the temperature and angle, tweak it to get the best laser. Both are done. A little this way, a little this way. What is important for you at this moment is, you can choose two different frequencies. Put in a crystal. Get a frequency which is a sum of the two. Okay? You choose certain crystal which is kept in an enclosure of phase matching liquid which can be warmed up. You can increase or decrease the temperature. And also, the angle can be tilted. Once you have chosen, you can send two different frequencies, adjust this and the temperature such that this condition is satisfied. So you get a frequency, sum of the two frequencies. Remember, these two frequencies are not same.
Yes.
Okay?
W1, W2.
W1, W2 will be different. So this is called some frequency generation. The whole thing can be represented schematically. Look at it, omega 1, omega 2, which is equal to omega 3 is equal to omega 1 plus omega 2. This is the energy conservation. This automatically implies K3 is K1 plus K2. N3, this is what we say. That's all. This represents some frequency generation. Let us go to the next step.
Doctor, in some frequency generation, just we have third harmonic generation. We
No.
can't have two.
Huh? No, what I am saying, I understand your question. I take any two frequency,
Okay.
put them together, add them together, to get a third frequency,
Third frequency.
but it's not third harmonic.
Um,
Third frequency, which is not omega 1, not omega 2.
okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Next I do one more. Look at it. I get omega 4, which is omega 1 minus omega 2. This is called difference in frequency. The condition is again same thing. This means K4 should be equal to
K1.
K1 minus K2, that's all. So N4 immediately you can see this crystal must be different from this crystal, very much different.
Professor, now we are not in nonlinear optics,
We are nonlinear optics.
but you told us
This is again a nonlinear optics. Only difference is instead of mixing two same frequency, we are mixing two different frequencies. That's all. It is again nonlinear optics. See, first we said I send Pepsi, I send another bottle of Pepsi. Now I am sending, I say Pepsi, and then I make 7-Up. Understand?
yes.
That's what I do. I do the same process. It is nonlinear optics.
Okay, you told us nonlinear optics depend only on theta, not on T.
Theta
Temperature.
and T. Theta and T, temperature, always.
In LO.
Anything. Because refractive index for any material, because refractive index is always dependent on temperature. First thing, any material, glass, water, anything. But glass, water, N does not depend on theta. No. For glass, water, it is not dependent on theta.
Yeah, it's-
Any angle is
It's
same.
constant
It's
for
a
an
constant.
angle.
But non-linear crystal like KDP, ADP,
It's dependent theta.
it is dependent on theta. And we are working on this one. In fact, the very fact that I put theta immediately becomes non-linear optics.
Yeah.
Again, the same kind of E-ray, O-ray, all the story comes.
Theta mean to achieve the phase matching condition.
Yes.
That's why theta.
Again, the same. Now you have E-ray and O-ray.
Yes.
Okay. Then look at it. I have a material. I send omega 1. Suppose I get a laser at omega 1 and omega 2, where omega 2 is not equal to omega 1. What does it mean?
Generate omega 2.
Yes, it is something like this. Omega 1 is the incident light, incident laser. No more light, incident laser. Okay? There is omega 2, which was there inside the material. It is a vibrational frequency of a medium, rotational frequency, or some frequency, we don't care. It was there, very weak. When this comes, this also start producing a new signal, and this is called parametric amplification. Or 1 minute, parametric, okay, amplification. Parametric, 1 minute, let me explain. I will come back to this one. This is called parametric generation. I should not say an amplification. On the other hand, let me put this, look at it. I have the material. I have omega 1. This is 1 milliwatt. Look at this one. Omega 2, which is 100 milliwatt. Then what comes out? Look at this. This is omega 1 is 50 milliwatt. Omega 2 is 10 milliwatt. What does it mean?
Amplification, the first one.
This means this particular signal has taken the energy from this one, got amplified at the expense of this one. So energy is conserved. Only thing is, instead of the energy being put in this, it has been transferred to this one. This is called parametric amplification. Parametric amplification. We will go to the next step, then you will understand another interesting thing. Look at this one. I have this crystal. What does it mean now? I said omega 1, I sent 100 milliwatt. 100 milliwatt. This particular material has some vibration frequencies, rotational frequencies, or frequencies of electronic, some frequency there. Then these photons will produce this one. That means it is a photon interaction. Understand? Yes. Then this photon goes here, goes here, goes here. But I put two resonators, R1, R2. This one reflects only omega 2. That means when omega 2 comes back, it will take again energy from omega 1. It grows stronger. Since the energy is taken from omega 1, omega 2 will grow more and more. After some time, you get only omega 2. Omega will be coming little, very little. This is called parametric oscillator. What is the difference between oscillator and amplifier? No. What's the difference between oscillator and amplifier?
Amplifier keep the omega 1.
No. You should know the fundamental difference between what's the fundamental difference between oscillator and amplifier in electronics? Your mobile is doing amplification, signal amplification, and also oscillation also. See, how do you listen to your friend's voice? You have your friend's voice is there already. You know that? It is there. When you click it, you have an oscillator inside your mobile. When you press that number, that frequency and your friends, it will come and they match, so this will absorb. See, if I want to watch my TV, okay? I just go there, switch on, then I put the number 500. Immediately I see the TV program from India. Where is it? It was already there. In my house, TV program from India, from China, everything is there because it is completely spread out in air and in fact in vacuum. You know that one, right? But my TV oscillator has not caught Chinese frequency. It has caught only Indian frequency because when I put the press channel, the oscillator inside the TV channel becomes activated. This produces resonance with the electromagnetic wave, so it captures this one. That is the first step, that is called oscillation. And then that particular signal is amplified, that is why you see that in the TV. One more, you should know one major difference between any electronic oscillator and electronic amplifier. Look at this one. This is the triode wall, you must have studied it. Then I send a signal here. I give a DC power. Then suppose I give 1 milliwatt, 5 kilohertz signal here. I convert the energy of the DC and what comes out here is 10 milliwatt. That means this triode has increased the strength of this 5 kilohertz. 1 milliwatt has become 10 milliwatt. 10 times it has amplified. Where is the energy for this one? All the energy has come from the battery. So the energy source from the DC power supply has been converted into AC output of the same frequency as this one. This is the purpose of an amplifier. On the other hand, look at it. From here, look at this one. This is what it is. I forgot this one. What is this? Grid. Yes, okay. This is the grid. Now look at this one. I put a circuit like this. Then this particular grid circuit with a certain value of capacitance, certain value of inductance determines a frequency that can be, remove this one now. The inductance and capacitance determine the frequency of square. Okay. I think, wait. This is yes, I square. Okay. These two determine the frequency that is generated here. And then this generation, since it is producing more and more loss, this is the one which gives the feedback. The coupling between the feedback and this produces constant source of electromagnetic wave of certain frequency. Here signal is generated and maintained. That is the purpose of an oscillator. For an amplifier, you must have a signal from outside which should be amplified. Now come back to this one. In this case, look at this one. Omega 1 is a signal which came from outside, which became stronger. So it became parametric amplification. Whereas here what I do, I put this omega 2. So that this is omega 1. So I get omega 1. Look at it. Here what I do, I just send omega 2 only. Omega 1 is generated within. And then I put a feedback system, 2 mirrors. This mirror will reflect only omega 1. Then all the energy will be taken off from this and you will have a coherent oscillation at omega 1. This is called a parametric oscillation. Okay? Next step. I can do one more thing. I can adjust the reflectivity of mirror such that this is an oscillator, it becomes an oscillator for omega 1 and omega 2, both. That means the energy from this is not much lost. Then I have parametric oscillator. I can say parametric, look at it, double oscillator in this condition. On the other hand, omega 2 this is called parametric single oscillator. Now I hope you got the idea what's the difference between oscillator and amplifier. But you never asked me the question, why it is called parametric? Why it is called parametric? It is called parametric for the simple reason the whole laser that comes up, omega 1, depends upon the inherent parameter of the medium. Parameter of medium. You say optical parameter of medium. What are they? Is it a vibration frequency or a rotational frequency or is it electronic frequency? What is the refractive index? What is the temperature? What is the angle? All these are determined by this one and they are easily variable. So you can adjust all these parameters and choose the frequency. In fact, that's all nonlinear optics. Major part of nonlinear optics is done now. We will expand one by one. What I mean to say, parametric generation. The classic example for parametric generation is a Raman laser. Raman laser. This is called a stimulator Raman's factory, or I can do another laser which is called stimulated Brillouin's factory. All the detail we will see later. So what you will see in the other lab, when you go there, you can choose some crystal. You can put omega 1, omega 2, so you can get omega 3. Or you can put, you can put some and difference frequency. Generate omega 1, omega 2 is omega 3, omega 1, omega 2. It can be omega 4 will be omega 1, omega 2. You can play. All that you choose the proper crystal, adjust the temperature, adjust the angle, you will get it. In this way, why you should do? Why you play around all this? The question is this. With the above type of non-linear optical acrobatics. You know what is acrobatics? You know what is acrobatics? You know the circus? Circus. No, the circus people
Ah,
jump.
cirque, yeah.
Circus.
Yes.
Huh?
Acrobatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In circus,
The man who
they
do
go
the
up
movement.
and play around, jump
Yeah.
here. This is what we do. We do all kind of jumping. You can do variety of acrobatics. All because there are no lasers. There are no efficient lasers. In vacuum ultraviolet or far infrared. That's a point. Vacuum ultraviolet or far infrared. That's one thing. Secondly, most tunability is very limited. Very limited. I can give one example. Give an example is this one. Take Nd:YAG plus ruby. That is, look at this one. This is 1064 plus ruby is 6943. This is omega 1. Let us say this is omega 2. Put through a crystal. Then I can get omega 3, which will be omega 1 plus omega 2. Then put here. Also I can get omega 4, which will be omega 1 minus omega 2. I can play around.
With the same crystal.
Change the crystal.
Change the crystal.
Then what will I get? Immediately you can see. Look at it. I can convert this one. See, 1064 plus 6943.4. You must convert it to wave number, in fact. You know how to convert to wave number?
Yes.
No. See, look at this one. Omega 3 can be omega 1 plus omega 2. Or this I can say wave number 3 is wave number. If you have calculated, let us do this one. What is the wave number for 1064? You have a calculator.
2
I
by.
bring it.
No. Yeah, bring the calculator. You will see what it is. Wave number is different from frequency.
2 by over lambda. K.
No.
K.
Wave number is 1 over lambda. What you are saying is K2, K3. I am not talking about the wave vector. Wave number. See, look at this one. This will be 1 over lambda 3. Understand?
Yes.
So now, let us see what is this one. This will be 1 over 1064. How much? If I remember, this will be 18,434 wave number.
But this is with nanometer.
With the nanometer, this is centimeter.
I must convert to centimeters.
Yeah, that's what I say. Convert to centimeter units.
هو 5 ناقص 9